Okay, let us start. So we are doing inverse trigonometric functions. There is a question cos inverse cos minus 5 plus sine inverse sine 6 minus tan inverse tan 12 is equal to option A 3 pi minus 11, option B 4 pi minus 9, option C 4 pi minus 11, option D 3 pi plus 1. Now, I will also tell you that what are the graphs of these functions. So, as a reminder, if you have not done in CBSE class, so cos inverse cos 6 graph is like this. And what are these values? This is 0, this is 2 pi, this is pi, and this is pi. Similarly, this is 3 pi, this is 4 pi, this is minus pi, this is minus 2 pi, and so on. So this is the graph of cos inverse cos x. You should remember this graph. We are not deriving this graph, but at least you should remember this graph. Similarly, sine inverse sine x, if you come across, so the graph would be like this. This is 0, this is pi by 2, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, this is 2 pi, this is minus pi by 2, this is minus pi by 2, this is minus pi, like this. And tan inverse tan x graph is like this. Pi by 2 minus pi by 2. This is minus pi by 2. This is pi by 2. This is not included. This endpoint is not included. Then from here, this line, this is pi. This is 3. This is 3 pi by 2, and so on. This graph goes on. So first draw these graphs and write all the labelings, do all the labelings. Then try to do this question, and then we will discuss. So first draw these graphs. Have you drawn these graphs, Rishita?
What's that?
Have you drawn these graphs?
No, sir, I'm on the last one.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now try to solve this question using the graphs which we have. So first one I'm just explaining, then try for second and third. Cos inverse cos minus 5. So basically cos inverse cos minus 5 can also written as cos inverse cos 5 because inside cos minus sign get absorbed. Now where does this 5 lies on the x-axis? So pi is 3.14. This pi here is 3.14. It is in radian, cos 5 radian, and 2 pi is 6.28 radian. So 5 will be somewhere here, maybe between pi and 2 pi. And at this point, what will be the value of cos inverse cos 5? So this value you will have to find. This line which is here is basically this line, which is this one, is getting translated by 2 pi units to the right. And if you see this line is y is equal to minus x. This is y is equal to minus x. So if we translate it by 2 pi distance, so it will become y equal to minus x minus 2 pi. If we translate to the right, we subtract. If we translate to the left, we add. So this is minus x plus 2 pi. So that means that at 5, it will be 2 pi minus 5. So cos inverse cos minus 5 will be equal to, this is coming out to be 2 pi minus x. And x here is 5. We changed minus 5 to 5. So 2 pi minus 5. This is the first value. So write all of this and then move on to the next one. Next is sine inverse sine 6. So 6 will be somewhere before 2 pi and after 3 pi by 2. Because 2 pi is 6.28, this is 6.28, and 3 pi by 2 is actually uh, 3 into 1.57. So this will be less than 5. Around it will be something 5. Around 5 it will be. Slightly less than 5. So approximate value is, it is approximately 5. So between 5 and 6.28, 6 lies. Now what is this point? We have to find. So this line is y is equal to x. And this is translated by 2 pi distance to the right from 0 to 2 pi. So this will be y equal to x minus 2 pi. And x is 6. So what we will say, sine inverse sine 6 is 6 minus 2 pi. This is the next one. Third one is tan inverse tan 12. So in this figure, 12 is very large number. So if we talk about 12, then 3 pi by 2 is basically around 5, and this is 2 pi, and then you will get 2 pi plus pi by 2, that is 5 pi by 2. Then we will come to 5 pi by 2, then plus pi by 2 will be 3 pi. 3 pi plus pi by 2 will be 7 pi by 2. And then we move on to here. So this is 7 pi by 2 plus pi by 2 will be 4 pi. So 4 pi is basically 4 into 3.14, which is approximately 12.56. So 12 will be somewhere here. Here 12 will be there. Now you have to find what is the value here. So first write for above 2, then we will come for tan. So at 12, what is happening? That this line, which is y is equal to x, translates to x minus pi, then x minus 2 pi, then x minus 3 pi, then x minus 4 pi. So this line is x minus 4 pi. And x is 12. So this will be 12 minus 4 pi. Now what we have to do, we have to add first two and subtract the last one. So therefore, 2 pi minus 5 plus 6 minus 2 pi and subtract 12 minus 4 pi. So what will you get is 2 pi and 2 pi cancels, and it will become plus 4 pi minus 12 and plus 1. That will be minus 11. So 4 pi minus 11, is there any option? Yes, C is the option. So write this. So let us come to the next question now. If sine inverse x whole square minus cos inverse x whole square is equal to a, x between 0 and 1, where a is not equal to 0, then the value of two x square minus 1 is, options are given, cos 4a by pi, B option is sine 2a by pi, C option is cos 2a by pi, D option is sine 4a by pi. Just do this. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Rishita, so we can discuss now. I hope you have tried it.
Yes, sir.
So we have sine inverse x whole square minus cos inverse x whole square equal to A. You can write A square minus B square identity as A plus B into A minus B is equal to A. Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is pi by 2. And this is sine inverse x minus cos inverse x equal to A. Then we can write sine inverse x as pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. And this is minus cos inverse x is equal to A. So further, pi by 2 into pi by 2 minus 2 cos inverse x is equal to A. First write till here. So now we proceed further. So we know this that 2 cos inverse x is cos inverse 2x square minus 1. This is the formula. If you forget this formula, you can derive it. Like, let us suppose that 2 cos inverse x is equal to alpha. So it means cos inverse x is equal to alpha by 2, which means x is equal to cos alpha by 2. Now, we can say that 2x square minus 1 will be 2 cos square alpha by 2 minus 1, which means cos alpha. 2 cos square alpha by 2 minus 1 will be cos alpha. So 2x square minus 1 is cos alpha, or cos inverse 2x square minus 1 is alpha. This is how we derive it. So what we have alpha was 2 cos inverse x, and we got alpha as cos inverse 2x square minus 1. So what we are doing here is we are just changing this 2 cos inverse x into cos inverse 2x square minus 1. So please write this also and the derivation also so that you will remember it. Okay, so if we write this as pi by 2 minus cos inverse 2x square minus 1, this is sine inverse 2x square minus 1, because cos inverse x plus sine inverse x is pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus cos inverse x is sine inverse x. Here it is 2x square minus 1. So sine inverse 2x square minus 1 is equal to a, which means sine inverse 2x square minus 1 is equal to 2a by pi. 2x square minus 1 is the value which we have to calculate. So if we see here, 2x square minus 1 will come out to be, sine will go on the RHS, sine 2a by pi. So this is sine 2a by pi, which is option B. So let us come to the next question now. The value of tan 2 tan inverse 3 by 5 plus sine inverse 5 by 13 is equal to option A minus 181 by 69, 220 by 21, minus 291 by 76, 151 by 63. So let us discuss this. Have you tried this, Shita?
Yes, sir, I'm trying.
So let us discuss. So first thing is that this is 2 tan inverse 3 by 5. And this is sine inverse 5 by 13. So our first task is to change them into tan inverse. So for first one, 2 tan inverse 3 by 5, let it be equal to alpha. So tan inverse 3 by 5 will be equal to alpha by 2, which means that 3 by 5 is equal to tan alpha by 2. Further, you can say that if it is tan alpha by 2, that means tan alpha is equal to 2 tan alpha by 2 by 1 minus tan square alpha by 2, which will become 2 into 3 by 5 by 1 minus 3 by 5 whole square. So this will become tan alpha is equal to 2 into 3 by 5 is 6 by 5, and in the denominator 1 minus 9 by 25 is there. So 25 minus 9 is 16 by 25. So this will be 5 25. So 30 by 16, which is 15 by 8. So why we have done this? Because we have got tan alpha is equal to 15 by 8, which means that alpha is equal to tan inverse 15 by 8. So basically what we have done here, that we took 2 tan inverse 3 by 5 as alpha, and also we got alpha is equal to tan inverse 15 by 8. So this 2 tan inverse 3 by 5 can be written as, therefore 2 tan inverse 3 by 5, which is alpha, can also be written as tan inverse 15 by 8. So this is that the first term we have changed it into tan inverse form. So first write this. So another term is sine inverse 5 by 13. So what should we do with sine inverse 5 by 13? So that, yes,
I didn't complete writing it, sir. Can you go up again?
okay, okay.
Yes, sir. I'm done.
Okay. Now next is sine inverse 5 by 13. So sine inverse 5 by 13, we want to change it into tan inverse. So let it be theta, which means sine theta is equal to 5 by 13. This is perpendicular, this is hypotenuse. If you want to find tan theta, that should be perpendicular by base. So 5 by 13 and 5 are there. So the third side will be 12. If you want to check it, you can check it. Root over 13 square minus 5 square. 13 is the hypotenuse. 5 is the perpendicular. This will become 169 minus 25, 144. So this will be 12. So tan theta is equal to 5 by 12, which means theta is equal to tan inverse 5 by 12. So this sine inverse 5 by 13, which is theta, we have here theta as sine inverse 5 by 13 and theta is coming tan inverse 5 by 12. So sine inverse 5 by 13 is equal to tan inverse 5 by 12. So we have changed this also. Please write this down. Written, Ishita?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the question was tan of this plus this. So we come to the question now. Tan of first thing was alpha that we got as tan inverse 15 by 8. Second thing was theta that we got tan inverse 5 by 12. Now this is tan of A plus B. This is A, this is B. So it can be written as tan of A plus tan of B by 1 minus tan of A into tan of B. So this will become now equal to tan and tan inverse will cancel because this is between, this is real number. Tan inverse real is some angle and tan of that angle is again the real number. This will be 5 by 12. This will be 1 minus 15 by 8 into 5 by 12. So we take 8 into 12 here. So it will become 15 into 12, that is 180, plus 8 into 5, 40. Here it will be 12 into 8, 96, minus 15 into 5, 75. So this is 220 by 21. So this is the answer which we are getting. So let us see the option. That is option B. So just write this down.